It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely, completely random podcast for Saturday, March 27th, 2021. I am your host, Andrew Rhodes, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, bringing you the greatest and latest topics to hit the internet and pretty much the airwaves. Well, okay, it's just the shit that I found this week in my newsletters that I get and across the internet, but still, it's the thought that counts. It's not how great the topics are, it's that I'm bringing them to your attention and bringing your world that much closer. Because remember, folks, like that shitty Disney song says, it is a small world after all, isn't it? Okay, so what do I got to talk about this week? Well, believe it or not, the Tokyo Olympic Games are still going as of this recording. However, they are banning overseas spectators. Wah, wah, wah. Yep. I was like, cue the Price is Right losing music there, basically. Believe it or not, Megaman Battle Network is 20 years old. Holy shit. I feel like an old timer now. Holy crap. I remember playing Battle Network too. That's horrible. I feel old. The top 10 Tearjerker anime finales according to a Japanese fan listing site. You know how much I love these things. They're somewhat accurate. They're usually fun too. Hey, believe it or not, for $18,163, you can get yourself a life-sized, movable Rei Ayanami figure from, you guessed it, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, this is going to be a good topic, isn't it? Speaking of good topics, hey, you know that gigantic Attack on Titan manga that you probably heard about? Hey, it's sold out in 2 minutes. Holy shit. Yep, that's right. Game Preservation Group has released over 700 PS2 Prototype Games, which I honestly find impressive. And, last but not least, everybody, Demon Slayer chairs are being given out as prizes. That's right, Demon Slayer is just the series that does not have any breaks. They are literally riding the gravy train on biscuit wheels. That is all coming up this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. But before we go any further into this song and dance that you all come here to listen to every week, you know, while you're doodling or doing homework or counting money, balancing the checkbook, searching for jobs, what have you, hey, you know what? I appreciate you, but you know the song and dance by now. I'm sure you do. It's a shameless self-promotion time, folks. Yes, that's right, because if you're hankering for some eBay-ness, you know, the weird stuff you find on eBay, like trading cards, DVDs, video games, action figure parts, action figures, and whatnot, hey, swing on by my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of shit for sale, with the list constantly growing, changing, and what have you. And hey, you know, one person's trash is another person's treasure, especially the worldwide flea market that is eBay, where you can buy new and used stuff. I mean, where else can you find a Kleenex that was used by Dr. Dre or one of William Shatner's shitty toupees? I mean, it's all over the place. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright strike my ass, but I basically didn't sing it. I made a actual reference, so yeah. Anyway, feel free to check out my eBay page. Once again, that's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. While you're surfing the information superhighway, by the way, you know, when you need a break, you just want to chill out and relax with your friends and your online community, your online fam, basically, swing on by Twitter. I always like talking with people. You can find me over on Twitter at @OtakuRhodes. That's the @ symbol, capital OTAKU, capital RHOADS, over on Twitter. And you can also check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. That's right, I have a Facebook page for the channel. I update that when new videos drop, and it's always a fun place to be. And hey, while you're here on YouTube, you know, all the same YouTube shit that everybody else says. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and hey, while you're at it, just thank you for being here. Unlike PBS where I say thanks, this is because of viewers like you. It actually is, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this and I would have stopped by now. I'm crazy, and, well, you people are the drug that I'm on. It's called adoration. Or admiration. Yeah, it's addictive. So, this is usually where I talk about how my week went, and I'm going to keep this one short since I got a lot to talk about podcast-wise this week. But my week went somewhat well. Last week I ended up getting a new coworker where I work at, and she was really cool. We got along. And Friday, I find out she quit. Yeah, I worked with her for 3 shifts. And then I find out she quit on Friday morning. I was like, oh, well, that's great. So that made my fucking week, basically. That made my week. And it's mostly just been a whole bunch of stuff, intermittent throughout the week. My kingdom finally has my leader back, so I'm happy for that. Tuesday was mostly just nothing. Wednesday was work, some videos I watched. I did take care of the Q&A for March. That was put up on Thursday. Thank you for everyone for submitting your questions. Thank you also for the ones that submitted your questions for April's Q&A. I already have, I think it's like 15 for April, so that's really impressive. Thank you very much. Remember, you can submit them. I did leave a description. I did leave a cutoff date in the video. I'll have to double check what it was again. But yeah, so there is that. I also, as of this recording, I put up a new review video. What? Oh my god, Andrew did another review video? What the hell? Yes, I did another review video because I got something cool and I thought I'd share it with the world. So that was put up. But otherwise, my week was pretty much dull, boring, just same shit, different day, copy, paste, what have you. So, let's get into the podcast, shall we? Because, honestly, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to dive into, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So grab your Crocs and hike up your socks as we're about to get wet on this ride. Alright, so everybody remembers 2020, right? No, I don't mean the crappy ABC primetime show where they pretty much go through and detail horrible things that happened to people and horrible events in history. No, I mean the year 2020. The year when hell froze over. No, not even that. Hell didn't even freeze over. Hell just had a small cold snap. Basically, Satan left the refrigerator open and realized that, oh shit, I left the fridge open, then closed the door, and hell got a little chilly one night. Yeah, that's basically what that's 2020. 2021 is he left the freezer open. That's 2021 is the freezer's open. But anyway, the Olympic Games were supposed to be held in Tokyo last year in 2020. However, they were postponed. Obviously, because of reasons. I mean, let's face it, we all know what the reasons are. I don't need to go into it here. But anyway, the official website for the Olympic and Paralympic Games of Tokyo 2020 event revealed last Saturday that the event will ban overseas spectators from attending. The 5 governing bodies of the event met virtually on Saturday, and 3 bodies involved informed the rest of the committee that Japan will not allow spectators to attend the event. The statement cited the new coronavirus disease pandemic, including new variant strains, and international travel being highly restricted right now as the reason for the decision. It honestly does make a lot of sense. The only downside is, remember, Tokyo and a lot of the other prefectures were heavily planning on massive overseas spectators, people coming in. I mean, remember I was talking about, I think it was last year, the year before, that hotel prices were already like $200-$300 a night, if not climbing. So this is going to be a massive oh shit moment. However, think of it this way: would you rather have the games, have the honor of having the games, or invite a crap ton of people and be an epicenter for shit to happen again? I would go for the former over the latter myself. I constantly err on the side of caution. One of the things I always argue with, especially with some of my coworkers, whenever they go, oh, well, they should not have closed school when it's like snowing, somewhat out, or they're calling for ice. And I always go, I would rather they close the schools for the day, let the kids stay home, and err on the side of caution than, oh, here, let's shove the kids onto a giant metal death trap called a bus with no seat belts. And all of a sudden, the bus, hits one patch of ice, flips over, and now you got about 60 dead kids on a bus. Now you got to explain to the parents, well, we thought it was a good idea to have school, and now the parents are pissed. And if you don't, that's if you don't cancel school. If you do cancel school, you still have the parents pissed with the, well, you should have canceled school. Why'd you cancel school? It didn't do anything. We erred on the side of caution. I would rather your kids be alive to come to school tomorrow than risk their necks coming today. That's my stance on it. And that's honestly that's honestly my stance too. But nearly all entry into Japan from non-citizens and non-residents is currently restricted, which sucks because I really want to go to Japan, but I guess that's not going to be happening. The statement added that the Olympic staff, it actually says Olympics, staff will inform those people overseas who hold tickets soon about refunds. In all honesty, I'm going to say this, I don't mean to sound like a horrible person, but if you actually have tickets, I would just hold on to the ticket as a memento and just go, look, I paid for a ticket that's a memento from the games. And just, like maybe they can send them like a little brochure, a little pamphlet or something along with it. And then just mail that out to everybody or email that out to everybody. And, it won't cost you much of anything. Maybe like an hour to 4 or 5 of time, maybe, depending on who you have do it. And just send out like a bunch of pamphlets and that to these people, either like physical mail or via email, and have them add that to like, look, you just donated to the Olympics, and go that route. That's what I would do. But in January, though, Japan's Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary Manabu Saka denied a news report that the Japanese government had privately concluded that it could no longer hold the Tokyo Olympics in its planned opening this year, and was now aiming to win the bid for the 2032 games. I'm not going to lie about this. If the games don't happen this year, because I know that they're already threatening that if shit hits the fan again, they're just going to scrap the 20 games will just be scrapped. And this happened before. If you actually look back in the history of the Olympics, there were a couple years where the games didn't happen because of reasons. One was like World War II, and there were a few other ones. I would just scrap this one then, because this would have been 2020, 2024 would be winter. So the 2028 games, I would just say, look, we're going to bump everybody past the list since 2020 couldn't happen. It would be 2024, then would be the next ones. Okay, so then I would just go, look, the 2024 Olympics, okay, they're going to be Tokyo's. Tokyo's getting 2024, all right? We're giving you guys another chance because the world went to hell in a handbasket. We couldn't stop it. And we're going to give you another chance here with this, and just give them the 2024 games, just go that route. So, but I don't know what they're going to plan, though. So, yeah, it's just, it's weird. They did do a poll, though, the one newspaper did, and the Social Survey Research Center found that only 9% of people in Japan said the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics should be held as scheduled, while 32% said they should just be canceled altogether. As much as I hate to say it, I'm with the canceling it altogether aspect. I mean, if you can hold it and you can kind of like do it in a unique way that you can still do it, I say go for it. But if you really can't, I honestly say just, axe it for 2020 and give Japan the 2024 games, and then just bump everybody down a peg. Just go, look, everybody below this is getting a mulligan. We're bumping everybody down. Just like shift everybody over. Just go, look, 2020 couldn't happen, so 2020's holders are now going to be 2024, and everybody's getting bumped to the next one down the line. That's what I would do, to be honest with you. They were originally scheduled to be held July 24th to August 9th of 2020, followed by the Paralympics from the 25th to the 6th of September. However, they were delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic and rescheduled to July 23rd to August 8th of this year, and August 24th to September 5th of this year for the Paralympic Games and the Olympic Games, respectively. The International Olympic Committee, the IOC, Tokyo Games Organizing Committee and the Tokyo Metropolitan and Japanese governments agreed to the schedule. They previously said that the Tokyo Olympics will be scrapped if it cannot be held in 2021. So basically, they previously stated that. So if they can't have them this year, that's it. Tokyo isn't getting them. And like I said, that's not really fair to them in a way, because it's not their fault. It's not their fault that all hell broke loose. It's not their fault that shit hit the fan. It's honest to God, it's not their fault. What I would do in this is, like I've been saying, just give them 2024 and bump everybody to the next one. It makes the most sense, too. And the problem is that when it makes the most sense, it'll never be done. But it's still sad, though. So if you're wondering what's going on with the Olympics, there's your update on that. So it's not good news, but it's not bad news, per se, but it's definitely not great news. Yeah. Let's just hope maybe they can have it. Maybe, I'm going to quote Mr. Popo here from DBZA. Let's give them a few months, see if they can't clean this shit up. Maybe, but a worst case scenario, I would just, if I were the IOC in this case, I would literally just look at Tokyo and go, hey, if you're not going to get it this time, we're bumping you guys right to 2024, and you're not even going to get the bid for it. You don't have to worry about bidding for 2032. We're just going to bump everybody down, because it's not, honestly, that's where I stand from this. It's not fair to Tokyo that this shit happened. Okay, it was out of their control. Now, if it would be something that was like in their control, like let's say the entire country was like sinking underwater, or a natural disaster took out 90% of the island again. Please, God forbid, they would have another event like what happened in 2011. Let's say something like that were to have happened again. That I could see, also being this way. But let's say like they had a man-made incident, like, there was an uprising because they raised taxes 99.7% or something. That's something that's within their control. That would be something that I would say, look, it's your own damn fault. There's nothing we can do about it. But Mother Nature and events outside your, I want to say outside your ability to control, should not be holding you liable for the fact that you can't hold the Olympics. It's not your fault that all hell broke loose. It's not your fault shit hit the fan. And it's sure as hell not your fault that they can't do certain things right now. I would honestly just give them the 2024 games. Whoever was going to have the 2024 games, just say, look, you're getting bumped to 2028. And the ones that are going to get 2028, so on and so forth down the line, just bump everybody to the next one and be done with it. So they're not going to do that, obviously, which really sucks because it's the easiest solution here. Because then this also gives the other ones, I really want to say this right, because Tokyo has like all the stuff already set up. So this would give all the other ones the chance to like really improve their stuff. Like, hey, we really wanted to spend some extra time and effort, like building this up, or we really wanted to put some extra effort into this. That gives them more time to do that, whereas with Tokyo, it's like, look, we literally have everything here. All we got to do is change a 0 to a 4. Not that big of a deal. We can easily do that. And problem is literally solved. And then all the Tokyo Games 2020 merchandise is now massively worth some extra money. So there's more money you could get for this from the that the IOC could basically get from this. Just sell all the old Tokyo 2020 game stuff as collector's items, because they are now collector's items. And boom, there you go, problem solved. And just like that, hey, there's a lot of extra money coming in, and they still get to have the games. But of course, it'll never happen. But if anybody from the IOC is listening, let's face it, who the hell from them are going to be listening to my podcast? But if anybody out there is listening and you want to submit this idea, be my guest. Be my guest. Just let them know, hey, there's a guy over in America that thought up an idea to save everything and make everybody happy. We should try it out. And then when they tell you to go to hell, you'll at least know that you tried, not at least know that I tried. But, either or. But, yeah, so that's the latest update on the Olympics. That's what I found out so far. So, like I said, it's not good news, but it's not bad news, but it's not great news. It's on the fence news, I guess you could say. Alright, so this is actually pretty interesting. Now, I came across this on Twitter, and it actually is a link, and it is in the description as usual, to rockmancorner.com. It's a blog post. It's actually a pretty interesting one too. It's called Proto Dudes Rockman Corner. So I want to give them a good shout out first off, because this is really badass cool. So first off, you did a really good job on this. I've actually contemplated, starting to blog myself. So it's nice seeing how people do this. And yes, it is something I have contemplated. It's one of those many, many, many things in the back of my mind that I just have there and then just never really let flourish into fruition. But anyway, Megaman Battle Network 20th Anniversary News Roundup. So Megaman Battle Network is turning 20 years old, and holy shit. And the kicker is, I didn't even start with Battle Network 1. I actually started with Battle Network 2. That's the one where they took on Gospel. Holy crap. I never played the original Battle Network game. Now, did I watch Mega Man NT Warrior? Oh, you bet your sweet ass I did. I loved that show growing up. I remember watching that on Kids WB in the afternoon and on Saturday mornings. I loved that show. So, yes, for me, that is a huge deal. I actually own some Mega Man NT Warrior figures, not a crap ton of them. In fact, I'm probably going to be getting rid of them soon because, well, I don't really play with them. I don't do anything with them. They literally just sit in a box. So there is that. But either way, they are really cool. And NT Warrior was actually one of my favorite. And I'm really going to say it. It actually was one of my favorite Mega Man series. Because you figure there was Mega Man X, there was Zero. There was a whole bunch of them, and honestly, I really did like some of the aspects that Mega Man brought to the table, especially this one because of the whole, oh look, it's net navies, it's futuristic city, they're like cyborg programs, the PET, which then the one teacher I had in high school was like, oh, there actually is a thing called a pet, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, and they're explaining this entire concept to me, and I really didn't want to know it, but you could easily just, two things can share the same goddamn name, but either way. But this is pretty cool. So there weren't any significant announcements, though, made on March 21st. Capcom's going to be patient about it, apparently, which, honestly, Capcom can blow me at this point. Look, I'm really sorry to say it this way, but Capcom can blow me, okay? They really freaking can. So, there's actually some interesting things that were out here. There were a handful, though, of smaller Mega Man Battle Network 20th Anniversary news bites that couldn't and shouldn't really go unnoticed. The Koro Comics looks back at the Battle Network coverage, which, honestly, I really do like the spread that they did in that. You can actually pull it up in the article here. I really did like NT Warrior. I liked Battle Network 2. I played Battle Network 2, Battle Network 3, and Battle Network 6 that I played to completion. I didn't 100% them, but I played it to completion. I got Battle Network 4 after I beat Battle Network 6, and I honestly played it, and I'm like, you know what? As fun as it is, I just could not get into that one for some reason, and I ended up getting rid of it then. And I never got Battle Network 5 because I didn't want it. It's one of the few NT Warrior games that I never actually owned, aside from Battle Network 1. Like the original, I never had that. I never had Battle Network 5. I ended up owning that Battle Chip Challenge, which, God, that thing was horrible. I hated that fucking game like a freaking passion. But Battle Network, though, I love the Battle Network series. I remember going to really long lengths to get the strategy guide for Battle Network 3 because I was getting my ass kicked, and I saw in the instruction book they're like, oh yeah, there's a guide for this, and I ended up finding it at my local Borders at the time. It was a nice little book chain until they went belly up. And I actually remember getting it because I had the little insert from the instruction booklet with me. I showed it to the lady at the customer service desk, and she's like, oh, I think we actually have that. She walks down, comes back, holding it. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I was so excited because they had it. I was like, yay, they have it. And I still own it. I still actually have it. It is one of the few strategy guides that I will never part with. I have that, Golden Sun The Lost Age, Golden Sun Dark Dawn that I got when I bought Golden Sun Dark Dawn. I got it ironically together. Well, GameStop had a good deal with it. And two Pokemon ones that I have. For Ruby and Sapphire, my first Pokemon game, and Fire Red and Leaf Green, my second Pokemon game. So there are a few instruction booklets and strategy guides, mostly strategy guides, that I will never part with, mostly because I just never will. I will never part with them. Now, if I could get my hands on an original Golden Sun strategy guide to complete the trilogy set, I'd be really grateful for that. I know it exists. I've seen pictures of it. If I could ever actually get my hands on one, I'd be really happy. And I'd be like in good condition. I mean, I don't mind if it's a little beat to hell, because mine are a little beat up too. But I mean, like, pages aren't missing. There's not like a massive slash down the goddamn cover. Pages aren't like destroyed. I mean, if it's like got some wear and tear to it, that's fine. Mine are used too. But I don't want it to be like totally one step away from falling apart that the minute I touch it's going to disintegrate. But yeah, I love the Battle Network series. But that was the first one, was the Koro Comics, coverage of their Battle Network things. That was pretty cool. Rockman EXE Treasure Box exclusive artwork was revealed. It's Lan Hikari, which is actually pretty cool. It's going to see the return of the acclaimed Rockman EXE anime character design. It's really cool. Brand new artwork of Lan will be included in the box, among other goodies. Yay, goodies! And I apologize if you're hearing any noise outside. There's some annoying people wandering around the neighborhood tonight. So it's my bad, but it's a little warm in my room with the new light and the fact that it's been warm for the last couple days. So there's that. 4Gamer Battle Network series overviews, number 3 here on the list. Aimed primarily at the Japanese fan base, 4Gamer has written a lengthy article looking back at every entry into the series and what exactly those games meant for the author as a child. It's a very sincere, heartfelt piece. Run it through a translator and you'll get a good idea of what he's talking about. It made me smile, according to the person who wrote the blog here. Honestly, I always like stories where people are reminiscing about like the games and that. I remember years ago there was a I don't remember if it was like a contest. No, it was a contest. Basically explain like your greatest Pokemon memory to us, and there was one on there that fans could vote for. Like everybody that went onto the site could vote for it. And there was one where the one person told the heartwarming story, and it was really tragic too, about how his grandmother had him and her watched Pokemon together. She took him to go see the Pokemon. I think it was the 2000 movie, the one with Lugia. And it was either that one or the third one. I don't remember which one it was in the article off the top of my head here. But basically, she took him to go see that. She wasn't feeling well, but she still took him to go see it. The next day, she died, and it was on his birthday. And it just, the more I'm reading it, I'm like, oh my God, this is heartbreaking. And I actually, because you could like leave comments as to why you voted for each one, and I voted. I said, this one needs, I said, come on. I said, this one's got to win something. I'm like, there's no way this one isn't going to win. And I remember, like, if this one doesn't win, then you people are heartless, because it was a tearjerker. Because then the grandfather gave the kid the Pokemon game, and it's like your grandmother wanted you to have it because she got it for you. This is your birthday present from her. She was so looking forward to giving it to you, to seeing the look on your face. And he was so upset. He's like, he goes, I don't want it. And the grandfather was like, no. He goes, you really should have it. And he gave it to him, and he actually named the starter after his grandmother. It was a really touching story. It really was. It made me cry. And that takes a lot to make me cry. So yeah, it's really cool. But whenever I hear stories about people looking back at a game that they had fond memories of, I always love that. It always shows the dedication and that they have for the game, that they just really adore. I mean, I love Golden Sun, and you'll never hear me complain about that. I mean, I'll complain there's not a 4th game coming out, but yeah. And apparently, though, on top of this, there's also an app game I found out, apparently. Because there's number 4 here on this list is Rockman X Dive Login Bonuses. I think this is supposed to be a Japanese only. Sorry, I want to check that out. It's got to be like a Japanese only one, because I could not find it. I remember Googling this thing in the Play Store, and I could not find it. Let me try again. Rockman, what's it? X Dive? X Dive, okay. So while this loads up so that I can, there we go. So while that loads up so I can check that, it's actually pretty cool. So there's going to be some login bonuses with that. Its one is almost over, though, at least at the time of this article, so by now it probably is done. You could get some extra shit for logging into the game, some nice goodies, including 40 Demon Blade Muramasa memories, 60 Mega Man EXE memories, 4 EXE card packs, and 20 Dive activation coins. So it's probably already done, but still, I mean, if there's a Mega Man app out there, I want to fucking play it. I'm sorry, if there's a freaking Mega Man app out there, I want to fucking play it. Hold on, let me check this. ROCK. Rockman X Dive. Oh, was it early access? What the? Oh, didn't it come out yet? Okay, I got Mega Man 6 mobile. No, come on. I'm gonna scroll down, you stupid. Okay, Megatroid. Miss Mega Man. Huh, okay, I don't see it on here, so either it's not available in your country, at least not, well, maybe it's not available in my country. That kind of sucks. Again, Japanese people always get the good shit. Remember that for those of you over in Japan. You always get the good shit. I want to stress that. You always get the good shit. I'm not pissed about it. I'm jealous, if anything. You always get the good shit. Always get the good shit. Yep. I don't think it's on here. Oh, this is a Cardfight Vanguard game? There's a Cardfight Vanguard game? Wow. Oh my god, there actually is a freaking app. Holy shit. Huh. Hey, you learn something new every day. Oh, damn. Cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. But yeah, I don't see it on here, so that kind of sucks. It really does, because I'm like, hey, I could really get into this. No, there's one on here. It's not on here, huh? Oh, damn. I mean, I was kind of hoping it would have been. I would love to have played it. I mean, I love, like, Mega Man EXE stuff, so... And Battle Network is really cool, too. So that's what really bothers me, that... You know, it's not really out there, so... Yeah, it sucks, but at the same time, it is what it is. But still, there's some pretty cool games, though, on here when I look up, I'll have to look this up on my tablet. I'm looking it up on my laptop. I'll have to look it up on my tablet then, see what's all compatible, because there's some pretty cool shit on here. I really gotta go through and check out the Play Store again. There's some good free games on here. It looks like they up their yeah, it looks like they up their huh. Yeah, looks like they really upped their game here a bit. Cool. I will have to check this out. Armor Fighting King 2, huh? Huh, neat. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out though. But yeah, so that I couldn't find the app. That's what kind of bummed me out. But there were some login bonuses for it if you were able to play the app, which is pretty cool. Face masks and pins. I love. You know, honestly, I think the face mask thing is actually going to be one of the at first annoyance, but now it's actually getting to be kind of interesting, because you can just like brand the hell out of this thing now. It's like, oh hey, I want a Dragon Ball Z one. Here you go, made by Funimation and Bandai. Hey, I want a Pokemon one. Here you go, Pikachu's now covering your face. Hey, Pikachu. Or I want, this and that. I'm really starting to get behind this, because it's allowing people to show their like creativity and stuff like that. So anything like that's fine, especially when it's officially licensed and it's not like the knockoffs or anything. So that's really cool. But yeah, these are officially licensed masks, and patches are coming the way of Graft, I guess. They will hit Amazon Japan and more online retailers in April, so that's pretty cool. You also have an interview with Ryo Takamisaki. That's pretty cool. And last and final one on here is a Mega Man EXE still in development. I guess it's like a little figurine, which actually does look pretty badass. I'd be down for that. But yeah, no massive announcements though. But honestly, I'm not really bummed about that. I think this is still pretty cool. The fact that we're getting like all this cool Mega Man shit. I like Mega Man. I always did. I thought EXE was one of the best. I thought NT Warrior was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm down for this. I really am. This is cool, and happy 20th anniversary to Mega Man Battle Network. You were a damn good series. I remember playing 2, 3, and 6. I loved every minute of it. I will never. I mean, I loved whooping Proto Man's ass in number 6. That was the best one to play it in. Holy crap, Cybeast Gregar, man. Holy shit, that was a damn good game to play. Alright, so let's face it, tearjerkers are the bread and butter of any storytelling. If you want to tug at those heartstrings, that is how you know you're going to have gold. If you set it up right, you can make the reader or the watcher not even realize that they fell into your trap. It's like a really well-played game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the minute you bust out that trap card Tearjerker, bam, they're stuck. They got no choice but to cry. And anime is no different. There is always a massive payoff whenever you get this going. Like I said, if you got it going right and you pan it out correctly and you play the cards just right, not only will you make the Tearjerker that much more heartfelt and warming, you will basically make it so that they will look at you and go, oh my god, I can't believe I cried at this. And it's true. So there are the top 10 Tearjerkers. So last time you had an anime series, you were full on crying at the finale. It's always a good sign, though, when emotions manage to hit the peak. And it's the nation had Japanese fans attempting to, had them attempting to rank the top TV anime final episodes that made them cry. So, let's go through the list, shall we? At number 10, Anohana, the flower we saw that day. Never heard of it, so can't say. Number 9, Assassination Classroom. Oh, hell yes. By the way, spoilers if you haven't seen Assassination Classroom yet. Koru-sensei dies. And we find out that he's actually going to die anyway. That's why the kids had a year to kill him. Because what happened with the moon was a rat, or a mouse, actually blew it up. And the mouse had the same treatment that was done to Koro-sensei. And Koro-sensei's time is running out. And when he dies, it's kablooey. So the kids have to kill him before that happens. And they resign themselves that they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it because they've come to respect the creature, and they had no choice in the matter. But then they finally succumb to it, and they finally all do it. Even the other teachers that are there, the other government officials that are there to keep an eye on them and make sure that they don't forget their mission, they're even brought to tears. It's like they're that upset. Koro-sensei isn't even bothered by it because he's mostly, he's proud of them that they did it, and that is a tearjerker. I will not lie, that is a tearjerker. EF, A Tale of Melodies, never heard of it. Kanon, Kanon, never heard of it either, so can't really say. A Dog of Flanders, never heard of it. What the hell's with the people outside making fucking noise tonight? Yeah, Dog of Flanders, I never heard of either. I mean, I didn't know Ned Flanders had a dog, so that tells you I didn't know. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Just in the title alone, I can tell that's probably not going to end well. Pulo Magi Madoka Magica. I've heard of it, never seen it, so I couldn't say. I've heard of Air, which is at number 3. I've never seen it, but I have heard of that one too. Rumbling Hearts, never heard of it. And, of course, number 1 here on the list of tearjerkers is one that I actually heard of, mostly because I watched the top 10 list from Watch Mojo, bastards that they are, and Todd Haberkorn was the guest voice for it, and he honestly made me laugh when he was doing these. It was anime titles that are just so weird. And number 1 here on this list is World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us? That's a tearjerker. You want some other tearjerkers? I mean, not even like finale-wise, but if you want finales, there was an anime that I watched a while back. It actually is a tearjerker in a way. I mean, the payoff of it, especially. I My Me Strawberry Eggs was a good one. Had a pretty good tearjerker ending. Kashimashi had a really good tearjerker ending. Of course, I will stand by this, because there are people out there that have made a comment that, oh, Kashimashi was only 12 episodes long. Bullshit, it's 13. Because the proper ending is episode 13. I don't give a shit what the people say. It's 13 episodes long, not 12. Bite me. It's there. There. I'd say Assassination Classroom definitely stays on my list too, without a doubt. God, there are some other ones on here too, but what are they? This is out of my list. So we got I'm on Me, Strawberry Eggs, Kashimashi, Assassination Classroom. Oh God, there's a really good one. What the hell was it? I remember I watched it and I was like, oh my God, the ending was just like so heartwarming. It bothered me and I can't think of it anymore. Ride Back. That's a good one. That is a really heartfelt ending. It's pretty much a tearjerker if you've been paying attention throughout the whole thing. I wouldn't say Eden of the East, but that could work for some people, but I wouldn't go with it because you'd have to watch the movies to get the actual ending, so that doesn't count. I guess I got like 5 then, like 4 or 5, so that's not too bad. I mean, if you want to go like tearjerker endings, I mean, are we talking like final episodes or like series finales or season finales? We're gonna go with season finales. Pokemon Johto, when Misty has to leave, that was a bit of a tearjerker. Of course, then Ash is just going to be going off to the Hoenn region anyway. We was already led up to that, so, but that was a bit of a tearjerker. The ending for Digimon Adventure 1 was a tearjerker because we didn't know if the Digimon were ever, they were being separated from their partners. We didn't know if they'd ever come back. So that's one you could throw into the list. There was a good one. I just cannot think of what the name of it is off the top of my goddamn head right now. But it was actually a bit of a tearjerker in the way it ended, and it just, I cannot think of it. So either I must have put it out of my memory, so I wouldn't remember. I wish I could do that for a lot of things, but yeah, I must have did that, just not remembered it. But yeah, there are a few. But Assassination Classroom on this list would definitely be on mine. It would be in the top 5 on mine. Like I said, Kashimashi, I'm Me, Strawberry Eggs would be rounding out the top 3. Because it would be Assassination Classroom, Kashimashi, and I'm Me, Strawberry Eggs would be my top 3 picks for tearjerker endings. With the rest of the list basically being just mild ones, but those 3 would definitely take the top billing. Yu-Gi-Oh! The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, Duel Monsters, that had a really bit of a tearjerker ending, if you think about it. Of course, though, the actual ending of that came with, God damn it! Dark Side of Dimensions. I had to think of it. It's like I saw the fucking movie. I owned it on DVD. Dark Side of Dimensions. That was the actual conclusion for that series. But there are a lot I can think of that had like really. Well, you know what? Hold on. Let me pull up Tearjerker. Hold on. Let me see if there's other. Let me see if somebody else had another list. See if any of them jog my memories. Okay, well, here's one from last year. 15 heartbreaking anime that will make you cry. Let's see what they got in here. I know, what was that? Oh, was it Clannad After Story? That's one. Let's see here. Okay. Plastic Memories is number 15 on this list. Oh, by the way, I guess I'll link this one in the description then, too. You can check this one out since I am now bumming theirs to try to round out this list here. Because, I mean, I can think of some, but I'm just not getting any that are coming to my mind. But then again, most of what I watch is shonen anime, maybe some, light shonen anime, borderlining shoujo in a way. So, there's that. But you got Plastic Memories. Oops. Okay, we got Plastic Memories at number 15. Violet Evergarden. Yeah, I never saw that one. Chrono Crusade. Never saw that either. I actually heard of that one, but I never actually watched it. True Tear, never heard of it. Elfin Lead, never heard of it. Well, I've heard of it, but I haven't actually seen it. 5 centimeters per second. I saw it, but I didn't see the ending of it. So that kind of pissed me off because I didn't see the ending of it. Steins Gate. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's not really a tearjerker. That's more of a happy ending. You kind of know it's going to happen. Edward's going to marry Winry, yeah. Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. Heard of it, never saw it. A Silent Voice. Heard of it, never saw it. Angel Beats. That's the one I was thinking of. I didn't see it, but I saw the ending. I never actually saw it, but I saw the ending. Your Lie in April. A lot of these I've heard of, like I've seen articles about them. I've just never actually watched it, but I've like read articles about it. Anohana, the flower we saw that day. That sounds like somebody's cooking on a freaking barbecue now. I can smell it. Okay, Clan Ed does make the list at number 2. Yeah, freaking neighbors are now... It's fucking going on 8 o'clock at night. My neighbors are barbecuing. What the hell? I can smell barbecue. Here we go. Number 1, Grave of the Fireflies. Yeah, that's... Yep. I'll add that. Yep. I'll take that one. Yep. Yeah, I'll go with that. I mean, if we're gonna throw movies into this, like Ghibli films and shit like that, Spirited Away had a really good ending to it. Definitely a bit of a tearjerker too, knowing how everything went. God, what else? Definitely Spirited Away definitely hits top billing for me. Spirited Away. If we're gonna add movies into this, I didn't know we could add movies into this. If we're going like TV ones, they were going with TV ones. This other one's doing movies too. But if we're gonna go with those, yeah, I could throw in Spirited Away. And even just a simple Google search of this, I think it's mostly the same ones that are in the other. Yeah, it's the same ones that are in that list when I Google search it, so that's fun. Then there's also the 10 saddest, some tearjerker anime series from Quora.com. Yeah, it varies upon the beholder, but I have my list. If we're going to go with TV ones, I can at least give you my top 3 would be I My Me Strawberry Eggs, Kashimashi, and Assassination Classroom. Definitely in my top 3. I probably have a couple other ones. I just can't think. I've seen a lot of anime. I have a freaking list. I'm not even joking. I should just take a picture of this list one of these days and show everybody on Twitter and go, here's the list. Or just like quick take a video of it and go, here's the list that I've constantly alluded to here on my videos. This is the list. This is the famed list. It exists. Do you see it? It's real. But yeah, I've seen a lot. So, if we want to go like a real tearjerker, I would go with the original Full Metal Alchemist and not Brotherhood. Brotherhood kind of ends on a happy note, whereas the original doesn't. The original Full Metal Alchemist, they're separated. And it took the movie Conqueror of Shambhala to actually bring them back together. And still, they were still separated from everybody that they knew back in, their world and were stuck in our world. So, yeah, that's a bit of a heartbreaker. But there's a lot of them. You could probably... I don't think there's a place anywhere that you could, like, throw a stick at where you're not going to, like, bump into an anime with a tearjerker ending. Somehow, some way. Even some that don't intend to be are often tearjerkers in a way. But, yeah, I agree with the list to a point. But, either way, I have my own, too. So, there is that. Okay, so let me ask a question here. Do you happen to have, and I mean, do you happen to have an extra $18,163.63 lying around somewhere? Well, let's just round it up to an even 20 grand. Do you happen to have an even 20 grand lying around somewhere? Oh, you got it under a mattress, or, oh, well, I have it under like I have it like under this and that. Is it possible? Because if you do, and you like Neon Genesis Evangelion, I might have a deal for you. Because for that absurd amount of money, basically 1,980,000 yen, you too could basically have yourself a life-sized Rei Ayanami figure. Now, sadly, I would be more of an Asuka Langley Soryu kind of fella, but I could see the appeal from Rei Ayanami. Yes, I've seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, so there is that. But if you happen to have about an extra 20 grand burning a hole in your pocket, oh, see, on one saying it's 16,000 and one saying it's 18,000. Yeah, okay, it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's still I guess they're figuring that with tax and shipping in it. So basically, you have about 20 grand. You can get a model of Rei that's not only life-size, but movable. Oh, and by the way, before you're out there thinking dirty, horrible thoughts, because, apparently every anime fan in the world instantly thinks dirty thoughts, apparently. That's a total load of bullshit, but apparently we do. And I love this part, I really love this part. There's a part in here from the creator. Paper Moon R, the people that are behind this, said as long as Rei is used normally, the figure should last indefinitely without collapse or breakdown. It didn't really specify what being used normally was, but it implies what being used normally isn't. So basically, you ain't buying yourself a $20,000 sex doll. That's not what you're pissing the money out for. No. But yeah, so it's coming from the company Paper Moon R. She has actual wig hair, stands a little over 5 feet tall, and weighs 22 pounds. Holy crap, I could probably lift that up with ease. I lift up 30, 40-pound boxes at work. Hell, I had 2 30-pound boxes pinch my finger yesterday at work, and it still freaking hurts. That's really bad. But Paper Moon R says that she can ride in the passenger seat of your car with you because it's easy to get her into a sitting position like a doll. Oh, cool! Now I can cheat the carpool lane again. I remember years ago making a joke because I was a huge Kaylee Cuoco fan. And when the Big Bang Theory was getting ready to end, or no, the Big Bang Theory was like going really strong. There was a cardboard cutout of her at the one FYE that I used to go to before it shut down, and they moved all their shit over to the other one. And I was like, I really wanted to buy that. It was like $35, and with everything in our store was up to 70% off. They knew I was eyeing that thing. And I didn't have the money for it anymore because I'm like, I had no place to go with it. I didn't want to buy the goddamn thing, have it sit in a fucking room somewhere, getting mold on it and shit. So the one day I go in there to see what they got left in their El Cheapo, and they're really El Cheapo section now, just mostly to see what they all had left, because the store was basically not even half the store anymore. It was like a quarter of the store. You just walk in, like the small section over here, that's all we got left. I was just kind of curious if I could pick up like any El Cheapo movies or CDs for like $1 or $2. And they're like, the one guy comes up to me and goes, the cardboard cutout, goes, it's $5. You want it? I'm like, oh God, I actually only have $2 on me today. I said, I was mostly just here to see if there was anything left. He goes, oh God damn it. He goes, they were going to chuck it out. If it didn't sell, they were going to chuck it out because the other store didn't want it. And I was like, oh, God. I really wish I would have had it with me. That's almost as bad as when KB Toys, that was in the same mall, ironically. Like 2 stores down from the FYE. When they were going out, there was a safe that they had in there. They were selling everything had to go. And I remember I was like, $5 for a safe. I'm like, hey, that's not a bad price. Then I'm like, okay. And I'm literally standing there looking at this safe, trying to figure out how I'm going to get it in my mom's car. Because I had a $5 bill on me then. And I'm like, I could get this safe for $5. And I'm not joking. It wasn't 50. It was $5. It was 5, a decimal, and 2 zeros. And I'm like, I'm literally trying to figure out how I'm going to get this in my mom's car. I'm like, how am I going to get it out there? I'm like, yeah, how am I going to get it out there? How am I going to get it into the car? I'm like, even though it's kind of like, then this big guy comes. And not big like muscular. I mean, big like he was on the heavy side. He comes, he's looking at me. He's looking at the safe. He sees the price tag on it. He looks at me, goes, can you back up a little bit for a second? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And I back up a little bit. He bends down. My God, he just drags that thing right up. Breaks the shelf and everything. Turns to me and goes, have a nice day, and walks off with the safe up to the register. And I'm like, son of a bitch! I was mostly pissed that he was beating me to the punch. I wasn't pissed off that he just like ripped the damn thing off the fucking ground and ripped it off the shelf. I'm like, son of a bitch! I was more pissed that he beat me to the punch, and I'm like, I'm not about to argue with the guy. But yeah, that's some of like the weirder shit that I could have bought. But this though, if I'd have the money for this, I really wouldn't buy it. I mean, yeah, sure. If you're like a diehard Evangelion fan, and granted you want to piss out 20 grand, be my guest. But I honestly think you could just make your own out of PVC pipe, have a lot more fun making your own out of PVC pipe and other things, and honestly just look at this and go, well, this was a fun distraction for like 4 hours. Now I'm done and bored. That's honestly what I would do. But then again, I'm not you, you're not me, we're not each other, so yeah, to each their own, basically. But either way, this is pretty cool that they are actually allowing, and they do actually have this, that you can buy it. I don't know how many of them there are. I'm not going to look into it either, because I really don't care. Oh, never mind, I can't actually look into it. I didn't know if there was a link or not in the article. But, of course there is. Please tell me you're sold out. That would be hilarious if you're sold out. I think it is. Oh my god, I think it is sold out. Tell me it's sold out. Please, God, tell me it's sold out. I can laugh my ass off here. Let's see here. Okay, come on. Let me scroll down here. All right, and pre-orders and inquiries by mail. Contact. It just gives you the freaking contact thing. Does it even tell you if you can buy it or not, man? What the hell? Well, I want to know. Like, come on. Don't give me the contact us shit. Give me the link to the goddamn figure. The goddamn freaking doll. The thing that you have that you're pissing, that, you want us to piss money out on here. Let's see this thing. How massive is this? I mean, like I said, you could probably find a head similar to Rei Ayanami's on eBay. Build the body out of PVC pipe foam. You can even get that I'm really gonna hate to say it this way, but like the El Cheapo, ballistics gel that you can get to, like, it's base gel for like basketball nets and stuff. You can get that, put it in there, and make it a lot more solid instead of stone. There's like a lot in here, but yeah, they still have it. I guess it's still up for sale yet. For details, see picture, or see please here, or please see here special page. Okay, so let me click on the special page for the details. And holy shit. Yeah, this thing is, I'm not going to lie, about 5 feet tall. That sounds about right. See here, the modeling, the face, multi-emotion, possible to express. Wow, character's faithful reproduction of the character serving as a feature angle to watch, thus different vibrations and angles. That's pretty cool. It's movable, no shit. The hair's a wig, which you can honestly just find on fucking eBay. Material is durability, FRP, fiber reinforced, what the hell is that? Fiber reinforced ropes? What the hell is? Okay, so it's basically like a fiber type deal. Okay, it's like a fiberglass, I guess. See, live contents. Okay, so these are like some 3D printed shit too here. Okay, that's not bad. It's a plug suit version, life size, movable. 1,980,000 yen, tax included. You get a pedestal, 2 spare joint parts, small, and instruction manual. Okay, I want to ask a question here. How in the hell do you need an instruction manual for a life-size model? It's, if you want to move the arms, you move the arms. You just move them gently. Do you really need an instruction manual for this? Really? Yeah, no, I'm out. I don't got 20 grand to piss away on that anyway, and if I did, I sure as hell would not be spending it on that. I would just make my own. You know how cheap PVC... let me find out how cheap PVC pipe is. Hold on. PVC... I know PVC pipe is, like, cheap. Oh, fuck yeah, PVC pipe is cheap. You can get PVC pipe, even, like, the fixtures in that for, like, $10 on Amazon. There's, like, a whole bunch of shit in here. You can get flexible ones, non-flexible ones. Home Depot's got a crap ton of it. The main question is, how cheap is it at Home Depot? I mean, I could just probably go to Lowe's or something and get it, or really like any hardware. So I think if you think Walmart fucking sells PVC pipe in some places. How cheap does Home Depot have it? I'm curious how cheap Home Depot has it. And the answer to this magic question is $3.56 for a 1.5-inch by 24-inch PVC pipe. Yeah, okay. I'll just go buy a bunch of PVC pipe and make my own goddamn figure. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go spend a shit ton of money and buy this $18,000 Rei Ayanami figure. Hey, look, PVC pipe's really cheap. If I get some of that, reinforce the inside of it with something else, yeah, I can make my own for like less than $100. Yeah, okay, screw that noise, man. If you want to spend 20 grand on something, be my guest. You want to piss 20 grand away, go for it. Personally, I have other things to spend money on than that. Bills come to mind, weird ass bills come to mind, strange bills that I don't even know how the hell I'm getting this bill. I'm looking at you, AT&T. I don't have AT&T. I want to know why the fuck I got a bill from AT&T, but yeah. That's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. But yeah, I would not spend the 20 grand on this. No way in hell. It's cool, but it is not 20 grand cool. It's overkill at 20 grand, in my opinion. You know, it's almost like how the creepy guy that always led the team in the A-Team said he loved it when a plan comes together. Man, it's got to be great when the marketing department has a great idea for a product, or basically the designers have a great idea for a product, and the marketing department just markets the hell out of it. And it sells out way beyond their expectations. Well, that's what happened with the record-breaking giant Attack on Titan manga, because guess what? It sold out in 2 minutes. Well, now, I have got to admit, that's pretty damn cool. So, it was a limited edition Attack on Titan manga. It's so big that it became the Guinness World Record holder for the largest comic book published, and pre-orders for the volume, which was limited to 100 copies, by the way, and priced at 150,000 yen, or $1,397 American, were such a hot commodity that it sold out in just 2 minutes. I would love to be the person that timed that. And just go, well, what does it say? 2 minutes, 2 minutes flat. Holy shit, that's a miracle! We did it! I would love to be that person. The colossal Attack on Titan manga is 96 pages long, which is just enough to include the first 2 chapters of the manga itself. It weighs, I love this, 13.7 kilograms and stands 1.0 meters tall and 0.71 meters wide. Now, for those of us that don't know the metric system, because, well, I was born in the U.S., I don't know the metric system. Let's do some translations here. So let's do kg to pounds. Kg to lbs. Okay, and we're looking at 13.7 kilograms. So, 13.7. That's, holy Jesus! 30.20 pounds! Whoa! Baby, that bitch is heavy! Jesus! Man, somebody comes in here and, okay, hey, look, I just spent $1,000 on my new home security system. It's a gigantic book. And if you come into my house, I'm going to whack you with it. That's my new security system. It's going to pay for itself. Don't mind the possible collateral damage here. Jesus. Okay, let's check it. What is it? Meters to inches. Okay, so meters to inches, we got 1.01, which is 39.76 inches, and that is tall and 0.71 wide. So 0.71 wide, that's 27.95. Yeah, this thing's pretty much a $2,000 security system. It's the best one in the world because you're going to get a workout and you're going to be able to beat somebody's ass. All of a sudden you're like, hey, look here, let me introduce you to Attack on Titan. What's that? Boom! It's the thing that just whooped your ass for breaking into my house. There you go. I wonder if that's why people bought it, so many of them. It's like, I can just use it as a door. It's a 30-pound door! Good luck getting through! Jesus Christ. What's it like? Come on, can I convert that to feet? That's just over 2 feet. Jesus Christ, it's just over 2 feet. That's 2 feet wide. It's over 2 feet wide. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. 1.01. It's over 3 feet tall. Jesus Christ, it's Gimli from Lord of the Rings. It's freaking Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Oh my God. Well, that's it, folks. If you bought this, how much was it again? Yeah, okay, so just a little over, almost a $1,500 security system here. Probably $2,000 with the shipping, so yeah, not too bad. Holy shit, man, holy shit. It's gonna ship out this May, so I guess that's when everybody's gonna be getting their security systems. Jesus Christ, it's sold. So that's 100 of them. At 1,000. Hold on a second. I got. Hold on a second. Hold on. My brain does not want to do math today for some unknown reason. Where's my calculator? Where's my calculator? I know I have. Did I not attach my calculator to the top? Oh no, that's right, because it's right here in the first section of my. That's why I didn't move it over. I am an idiot. Okay, so $1,397, and we're timesing that by 100 copies max. Well, they made themselves a lovely amount of money in the realm of $139,700 American. Now let's check what this is. Is that 150 yen, or I don't know? Is it like 150 yen or 150,000? I don't know. But either way, it's still pretty freaking impressive. Regardless, I was gonna check it, but it's like it says it's 1,000. It's like 150. I don't know if it's a decimal. But even then, it's gonna be worse. But yeah, they made a crap ton of money off of this, because that probably took about 40 minutes to print off 100 of them, maybe 2 hours max. Bind them all together. Oh yeah, they're looking at maybe like 5 hours worth of work and a shit ton of profit. Yeah, that's what you call impressive. And holy crap. Like I said, it's a security system. Weighs 30 fucking pounds. It's a security system. You fling that at somebody. All of a sudden, somebody breaks into your house. You have this giant Attack on Titan manga. You can beat their ass with it. It's like, you broke into my house. God damn it! The power of Titan will stop you, and then just beat them with the giant ass 30-pound book. And all of a sudden, it's like, where'd you get that? Japan. But still, it is pretty cool, and I'm happy that it sold out for them really fast in 2 minutes. That is pretty impressive. But goddamn, a 30-pound book, 30-pound book. Jesus Christ, that gives a whole new meaning to weighted reading. It really does. That gives a whole new meaning to weighted reading. That does give a whole new meaning to it. He can work out with that book. It's like, I'm reading and getting exercise. I'm lifting this 30-pound manga. Oh, that's too fun. You know, I loved the PlayStation 2. It was one of my favorite game consoles. In fact, it was one of the last game consoles I actually owned. I started off with the Game Boy Advance. Then I got the GameCube. Actually, I think I went for the SP. Then I got the GameCube. Then it was the DS. Then the then it was the PS2. Then the DS Lite, I think, was down the road then. I loved the PS2, though. That was one of my favorites. I remember I got mine. It was like New Year's, or right after New Year's, I got mine. I loved it. I fell in love with it instantly. I burned through 3 of those sons of bitches because I had the slimline one. I burned through like 3 of those bitches, and then I said no more, and I got rid of my games for it. Then I had my GameCube. Then I needed the money, and I got rid of my GameCube. Most of my games, save for a couple games that I still have in the basement that are in a box that I keep trying to get rid of every now and then. So there is that. But anyway, video game preservation group The Hidden Palace released over 700 PS2 early builds, prototypes, E3, and press release demos in a massive dump. Yeah, the group the group referred to as Project Deluge. The Hidden Palace hosted a stream on Twitch that lasted over 6 hours Saturday night. During that stream, they showcased a number of PS2 pre-release builds and demos for various games, including Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, Lego Star Wars the video game, Crazy Taxi, and Final Fantasy X2. Cool. Some of these early builds were only seen at trade shows like E3 and were specifically built for preview coverage. Other early releases include debug and beta development builds. All of this was found and saved from being sold or thrown away by one person who worked with the Hidden Palace and Internet Archive to properly catalog and upload all of these files. All in total, this adds up to, and this is the part that I basically lose my shit at, 850 gigabytes of data. Let me say that again. 850 gigabytes of data. Damn. It's a treasure trove. That's a fucking understatement. They spent nearly a year digging through, sorting out retail builds, and only saving unreleased prototypes and unreleased revisions. You can read more of the nitty-gritty details about how the team was able to pull it off in their blog post on the group's website. The short answer, it sounds like a lot of work. A lot of work. That's an understatement. But Project Deluge isn't done yet, though. The team claims to have many more prototypes to dig through and plans to release more soon, but doesn't have a more specific date than that. But first off, I am all for preservation of these older games, especially systems in that I started playing. I know there's like some GameCube preservation stuff out there. There's a lot of them. I'm all for this. I actually ended up getting something off of the one, I think it's archive.org. You can actually download stuff off of there for free. I got the Claymation Christmas off of that because you could download it. And I was like, I'm going to download this because I watched it on YouTube and then it was taken off of YouTube. And I'm like, I want to watch this again. And trying to find a fucking copy of it on eBay is a fucking, Jesus Christ, it's a pain in the ass. And I'm looking around and I'm trying to, I'm doing a Google search on it and I came across it on archive.org. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm like, oh, sweet. And archive.org does, like, a lot of archiving, shit like that. There's, like, a lot of games on there that you can get the archive data from. And a majority of it's free because they're preserving a lot of this. And a lot of people do this, and I freaking love it. I think it was the internet? I think it was the internet archive.org. I think they are. Yeah, it's archive.org, but it's the Internet Archive, the digital library of everything. I love this site. I fucking love this site. It's one of my favorites to go to every now and then. It's a non-profit library of millions of free books, movies, software, music, websites, and more. Notice how it says it's a non-profit library of millions of free. Love the word free. I really freaking do. You can donate to help them out. You can volunteer. There's a whole bunch on here. Video, audio, the software, images, books, website. Here's what they got under here for books, though. All books. They got textbooks, just in. A whole bunch of stuff. Genealogy, Lincoln Collection. What they got video-wise here? Let's check. Oh, I should check animation cartoons. There's like a whole bunch on here. Let me actually. I don't think I got it in the last second. Let me check animation cartoons. You got like animated shorts. Ooh, sorry about that. Popeye Public Domain Collection. Big Buck Bunny. Gold Riggers of 49. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of old school cartoons in here. A whole bunch of like old animation, some old Betty Boop cartoons, rare and all stuff. And you can like download some of this stuff too, because this is where I got Like I said, this is where I got the Claymation Christmas from. Because I was like, oh, I really want. Oh, here's the search thing. I was looking it up on like Claymation Christmas. TIONCHRISTM. So I was looking up like the Claymation Christmas, and okay, well now it doesn't match. Oh, no, okay, I probably spelled wrong. Either way, I found it off of this. It's one of those you really have to. I mean, you really got to like narrow down your search. You have to know exactly what you're looking for. But yeah, there's there's a lot of them. They got some under like the video games. They have some old MOS DOS shit in here. The APK archive. That's the stuff that's like for tablets and stuff like that. There's like a lot in here. Oh, there's Pluto. Well, Pluto TV's not that. I can pull that up yet on mine. I can get that down too. Like SD made Pro. It's like a lot of these that may not be available on your thing anymore. They can still get it onto here, provided it's still usable. Like old movies, Typhoon, HD TV, things like that. Some of them though are still available yet. So don't go there thinking, oh, I'm gonna like cheat the system, because some of them are still available. But you have like other things like old CD-ROM software, things like that. And like I said, a lot of this stuff you can download. You just really have to know what you're doing and double check everything, because they got like old OS systems. Like you can get Windows XP Professional SP3 here, Mac OS X Snow Leopard, the install CD, XP Professional X64 for Windows, Mac OS X, select Microsoft programs, which I could probably find like fucking Word on here, XP Home Edition, Windows 7, for God's sake, Windows 7. Windows frickin' 7, dude. I love this. I love this site. This site is the bomb. It is one of the best. I love this site. I freaking love this site with a passion. There's a lot on here. I know you can like download, like I said, I know there's a way to like download a lot of this stuff. You can actually do that. It's not sharing it. I know that there's a way. Yeah, you can download it. It's just a pain. It's sometimes a pain in the ass, but yeah, you can download it. You can download some of the stuff. It's interesting. I like the one here. It's like, oh, it's really cool, but why is it in Spanish? For the one thing. So that means they only have the Spanish version up of it, and nobody bothered to tell them that. But yeah, there's like a lot of cool stuff on here you can get. Windows ME. Oh, look, here you go. Microsoft Office 2010 Professional Plus. Professional Plus. Yeah, when you can even pull up. Oh, look, here you go. The old Windows 10 version, 1903 V1, is on here. So yeah, that freaking tells you something, folks. Oh, Magic the Gathering 2010 edition for the PC. Well, that's on here too. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff on here, man. Lots of sweet stuff. I love this site. I do. I freaking love this. You got The Sims 3 on here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on here on this site. A lot. I just freaking love archive.org. This is one of my favorites. I go here like every now and then, occasionally, just for like the hell of it. Sometimes you find like some really interesting stuff. Sometimes you don't. It just really matters how you look at it. I mean, there's even a Neon Genesis Evangelion game on here. English fan translation of it too. So yeah, this is really cool. Not even gonna lie, this is really impressive. There's even like old Office programs on here. There's a different OS on here that's running Android 5, Phoenix OS. So that's pretty cool. Sonic PC collection. Microsoft Encarta, for those that remember that piece of garbage. I remember that piece of crap. I remember that piece of garbage. That was hot smoldering garbage. I remember that. That was really hot smoldering garbage. But yeah, so this is actually pretty impressive, though, that a whole bunch of old games in that found their way here. It really is impressive. First off, like I said, I love it when people are constantly, improving and holding on and preserving the older things, because down the road, somebody's going to want to play this and like, hey, I can play now. I would actually be interested to know if they actually had a file that I could download off of Internet Archive for the one Digimon game that I liked on my tablet. That would be really cool if they did. Because first off, that would be a solid. You got a. I'd be happy for that. But yeah, Internet Archive, archive.org. That's a great way to go here. Holy crap, love this. Love the site. And it's always fun when they use this to archive a lot of stuff. The nonprofit library of just so much fun shit online. I love this. I can't even get over how great this is. But yeah, I'm all for this. I really am. Especially when it comes to preserving like old games, especially from the PlayStation 2 era. I love the PS2. I miss my PS2. I can't even begin to tell you how much I miss my PS2. But at the same time, I can understand why people, want to preserve it. And plus, with a lot of emulators and that out there right now, if you can get the ISO files, they can make their own emulation of it. They can emulate it and play it, so it's not really a total loss. It's actually a lot better than you'd think, so that's really impressive. But either way, I still like it. I think it's cool. I'm all for it. Way to go, guys. I'm hoping that they do more. I really am. Because, like I said, PS2 was one of my favorite systems. It really was. It died. It stood the test of time, and the PS3 came out. It just basically nailed its coffin shut, even with the backwards compatibility. It just nailed its coffin shut, and it saddened me because it was just it was one of the best systems that came out was the PS2. All right, so if you've obviously ever heard of Lenovo, you instantly know of good quality product, right? Okay, I'm gonna let that slide for a moment because my mom used to have a Lenovo laptop and it was a piece of shit. I have an Asus, and I used to have an Acer Aspire. So my mom had a Lenovo. It was a ThinkPad, and I think I had a couple other Lenovo products too over the years. But yeah, Lenovo and I are sort of it's not bad, but they're not the world's greatest. But they're getting better. But anyway, Demon Slayer chairs are being given out as prizes, and I guess Lenovo's fitting the bill for this. So the Chinese company Lenovo is coming out with a special Demon Slayer PC gaming chair. And rather than take inspiration from, lead Tanjiro Kamado, it looks to Giyu Tomioka, copying his clothing design for the pattern on the chair. But what perhaps stands out the most about the chair is the fact that it comes with a katana attached to it. For aesthetics only, though, actually, because it's not an actual sword and you can't unsheath it. Yeah, I could just see all of a sudden that being a really interesting moment in Fortnite. You just took down my goddamn kingdom! Whips out the katana from the chair. Let's do this! Yeah, no, that'd be bad. So how much, you ask? Well, it's not actually for sale, though. See, 5 have been made, and you have a chance of winning them if you follow Lenovo Japan's Twitter account and retweet the news about this chair. Good luck! Look, I know I'm in the market to get a new computer chair, but in all honesty, I really hate to say this. If I would actually win this, I would probably turn and burn it. I would fucking sell it. Like, look, it didn't cost me anything. I have not seen Demon Slayer other than clips and trailers. So for me, I would just go, yeah, it's cool, it's interesting. Anybody want this chair? $600. I would fucking sell it. Honest to God, I probably would. I probably would just sell it, knowing my luck. I don't think I would actually keep it. But still, it is kind of cool in a unique sort of way. But this kind of makes me think of like other ideas they could do computer chair-wise. This is just like scratches the surface, I guess, for it. Because you could have like robot cockpit chair, similar to like, ironically, Evangelion, since that's really popular right now. You could do, well, really anything. Like, the sky's really would be the limit for this. Truthfully, it really would. So, I mean, what type of chairs would you guys like to see? I mean, would everybody out there? I mean, personally, I'd actually be kind of cool to see, like I said, chairs from like robot suits and stuff like that. Uh, Unique items thrown into this. Maybe one where like you can tell the aesthetic of what it is, but it's just like kind of built into the chair. Like the armrests are one thing, and the head is like another thing. The back is like something else. Something like that. But I will admit this is kind of cool in the, this looks really unique sort of way. But at the same time, I'm like, it's cool. But if I would get this, I would turn and burn it. Just mostly because I'd be too terrified of somebody finding me, breaking in just to steal the damn chair. Be like, look, you want it? It's fine. $600. It's yours. that's my that would honestly be my thing for it. And I can understand why they're doing it with Demon Slayer, because that is really that is the new hotness right now. I mean, you had the freaking McDonald's stickers that are being scalped. You have the movie that went gangbusters like several different times and ways. It's understandable. For me, though, as cool as it is, like I said, it's not. I wouldn't want to have it. I'd want it, but I wouldn't want it. It's complicated. It's cool, but it's not my style of cool. I mean, I have an old beat-up chair that I got at a goddamn flea market for $2. I have like electrical tape and duct tape holding this thing together. The base is buried right now under trash. If I pull it out, I'd have to clean the base up. It doesn't go up or down. It's permanently down. But I still love this chair because I got it cheap. It's my chair. I love it. It's the one that I sit in when I do the Q&A video. It is a beat-up chair. Like I said, I clean the base of it off because I can just pull the chair out. I can just go and like spray the base down with water and soak it up, really wash it up good because it's been buried under like some garbage for a while. It's my secondary unique idea to keep it from moving around. So there is that, but yeah, I'd pull that up and like water it down, wash it down, and be like, I got a new chair. And just like keep my chair, because I do love that chair. I really do. I love that chair a lot. But yes, for me, I would not want to actually own this chair though. It's cool, like I said, as cool as it is, it's just not for me. It's like I'd want it, but I don't want it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. But either way, it is kind of interesting that we are getting something like this. And like I said, this does open up the floodgates, I want to say, for at least I hope it will, for like future ideas down the road from other companies to kind of do. So that would be pretty neat. But I'm not going to enter for this, so don't worry about it. If you want to try to enter for it, go ahead. I'm not. I am bowing out. But still, it is pretty interesting, to say the least. All right, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, for hanging out with me for like the last hour or so, just basically for subscribing, for being here, just giving me the time of day. Thank you so much. Don't forget to submit your questions for the next Q&A. Like I said, I have like 15 of them already, so the more the merrier. Remember to put parenthesis Q, ampersand A after the question so I don't answer it right away. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012. Check me out over on Twitter, @OTakerRhodes. Check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. And until next time, I'm out of here. It's been a long night. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. And I want to get some sleep and get some rest. I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow. But until we meet again, folks, goodbye. Goodbye, and I'll catch you around next time on the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. Bye, everybody.